Chapter 1. Working as a bartender at the Pirates' Cove, Ruby Steele had learned what to expect on a typical evening. Reese would puke, the ufologist would give a lecture on alien probing, her boss, Neville, would run around acting like a pirate, the professor would recite lines from a writer she had never heard of, and some tourist would fall off the giant pile of fake gold doubloons in the center of the room and hurt himself. What she didn't expect was a giant fight in the parking lot that eventually led to the fire department showing up. Not that she had a problem with that last part. She had always had a thing for firemen. The fight was a pain, though. Literally. It started as these things usually did, with the mixture of alcohol and testosterone. Ruby got the first inkling of trouble as she was slinging drinks with Cristiano behind the bar at 11 at night. The crowd was just getting into the swing of things. The ufologist, a rake-thin Bahamian who worked part-time as a plumber when he wasn't trying to contact alien worlds, was showing some photos of flying saucers to a half-interested waiter from a nearby restaurant who was so drunk he could barely keep his eyes open. The poor guy didn't even notice when Zoomer, the bar's Capuchin monkey, grabbed his shot of rum and knocked it back. Next to them, Reese and Perry were getting systematically hammered, and Neville was leaping around the room, an eye patch over a perfectly functional eye, while swinging a plastic cutlass at customers. Everyone else was complaining about their jobs or talking sports or already too drunk to make any coherent sense. "Drink up, you mangy dogs, there be fine sailing tonight. As you can see, this is the classic saucer type from the Pleiades. And then this dumb tourist asks if we're part of Mexico. You crazy? Cavalier is totally going to stomp the Dynamos tomorrow. You're my best friend in the whole world. I've been a Millenbusk a Hammond." Between the babble, Ruby caught another sound, a different sound. She could have sworn it was breaking glass, but it sounded too quiet to be coming from inside. Puzzled, she rounded the bar and headed for the men's room, thinking someone might be breaking bottles in there. It wasn't the sort of activity that happened in the ladies' room. Women were generally better behaved. Drunken wrestling matches, hard drug usage, a quickie on the sinks, sure, but not breaking glass. She only got halfway there when she realized the sound wasn't coming from the bathrooms, but outside. Ruby turned around, made her way through the crowd, and peeked out the door. The Pirates' Cove formed part of a dreary little strip of buildings in a not-too-good part of Nassau. Everything was closed at this hour except for the Tropical Twerker, the strip club at the opposite end. A mostly empty parking lot ran in front of the storefronts, and in that parking lot stood a group of about 10 young Bahamian guys and 3 women, tossing empty beer bottles at the building housing the Pirates' Cove. The women egged them on as the guys tried to impress them by seeing how hard they could throw the bottles. "Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?" Ruby demanded. "Throwing beer bottles against the building, what do you think?" one of them called back. "Silly question, pardon me for asking," Ruby said.